This conference will.
Yeah. Hi all. Very good morning and good evening. Thanks for joining today's demo team on Azure SQLDBA along with PowerShell scripting and performance tuning. Yeah. So team, before going to the demo, so let me ask you a few questions, team. So why people are moving to the cloud nowadays, team? Why projects are moving to the cloud? Any idea? Any idea, team? Why people are moving to the cloud? Huh? So team,
Yes,
why
Raja, it's less cost and more secure, I think.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, all about
So
money.
yeah, the first reason team why people are moving to the cloud is to save the cost team. So you can save more than 80% of your infrastructure costing. Hmm? So see team. So if you want to maintain so your servers, what is required team? A place is required. I mean data center. Huh? A place is required. You need to give 24 by 7 power supply. We need to have 24 by 7 AC supply. Huh? So these are all needed team. And to monitor the data center, people also, manpower also required. Huh? So data center means how it looks like team. So see, so these are all the data centers. Suppose any issues, any power issues, it's very hard to find where the problem is. So that's what team see, especially for small scale projects, it's really tough to maintain their own data centers team. Really, really very hard. Huh? So see here, if you are going to the cloud team, so especially in Azure. So they are giving three flavors team. So you can choose these three options. You don't need to maintain data center and all team. On behalf of you, they will maintain the infrastructure and all. Okay, just you can work on like you can take care of your business. The infrastructure and all they will take care. Okay, cloud providers. Right now, so the top cloud providers are okay. So Microsoft, Amazon, right? So previously, like 2 years back, Amazon is top team. Now Microsoft is top. Okay. So because the cost and all very less comparatively, AWS Azure is 50% cheaper than AWS team. Huh? So so why people are moving to the cloud is so to save the cost team. Hmm? And what is the next reason why people are moving to the cloud? It is easy to maintain the servers and all. Okay, it is easy maintain the all the servers and all team like infrastructure they are providing obviously. Huh? See team, suppose if you are in on-premise team, if you want to do the patches, you need to take the downtime. But if you are in Azure team, you don't need to take the downtime. Without downtime also you can do the patches. That is platform as a service. Okay, and see if you want to install a SQL server in in on-premise, if you want to install a SQL server, at least people will take 2 weeks. Why people will take 2 weeks? Because they have to buy the Windows license, SQL license, they have to install the Windows, they have to network drivers, software, some third-party softwares are required. See, while doing this process, if it gets any issues, again they have to from the scratch again they have to install it again and all. So after Windows install is ready, installation is done, they have to give it to a SQLDBA team. SQLDBA team again they will install the SQL server. See, minimum 2 weeks it will take to install the SQL server. These 2 weeks, see, work is not yet ready, and these 2 weeks they have to pay the money to the Windows team, network team, SQLDBA team. See, this is how the money is wasting in a traditional on-premise team. Okay, so team, if you go to the cloud team, how much time it will take to make the SQL server ready? Not even 5 minutes, team. See, you are saving 2 weeks of time. Huh? So within 5 minutes, you can make it SQL server is ready. See, that's how we have so many benefits are there in the cloud team. Hmm? Yeah, that's why people are moving to the cloud. So this is the first interview question team. Whether you are a DBA guy or application guy, why people are moving to the cloud means two reasons, top two reasons. One is they can save a lot of money team. How much money we can save and all, we will discuss anyway. And yeah, easy maintenance. These two reasons team. Yeah. So team, see, if you're going from on-premise to the Azure, so here you are seeing like three models. So in Azure, we have a three models team. huh? So from on-premise to, if you want to go to the Azure, we have a three models. You can choose either of one. Like, see, if you want to like eat ice cream, we have different flavors, right? One can like vanilla, other guy can like chocolate. Same here also. Azure is providing three models. Okay, what are all? Infrastructure as a model, platform as a service, software as a service. Here, which model we need to choose for our databases, for our application? See team? So that all depend on again your application and databases. Huh? So before going to that team, so let's discuss the difference among these three. Okay, see here team. So here you manage. See, application, data, runtime, middleware, OS, we need to manage. Remaining things managed by Microsoft. Here in platform as a service, application data you can manage. See here, these are all managed by Microsoft. That means uh, not only the infrastructure team, even services also maintained by Microsoft. Hmm? So that model we call it as a platform as a service. Next model, software as a service. So see here, everything managed by Microsoft. You don't have any roles and responsibilities here, team. Everything is managed by Microsoft. So now, if you want to learn Azure, being a DBA guy or application guy, you have only two models to learn it. Okay. So here you have infrastructure as a model and platform as a service. These two models, uh, maybe your application, you can keep either of one team. Okay. So you can learn either of one or both you can learn. Software as a service, see, you cannot maintain them like everything managed by Microsoft. For example, Office 365, Teams, Sky for Business, these kind of applications hosted on the software as a service. So everything is managed by Microsoft. Okay. So everything is managed by Microsoft team. So so you need to learn. If you want to learn cloud, especially in Azure, we have two models: infrastructure as a model and platform as a service. Huh? So in interviews, so you can explain the same way. Three models we have, the differences team. See, you don't need to tell the differences like this team. Simply, the difference between these two is simple difference team. So here we have the Windows. Huh? Here we don't have the Windows team. See, without Windows, you cannot maintain application and data team. There is a Windows team in the backend, but that Windows you cannot manage. That is managed by Microsoft. You cannot see that Windows and all. So from your view, okay. So here there is a provision you can log into the Windows team. How you log into the Windows? Microsoft Terminal connection using remote desktop connection team. Huh? Give your IP or SQL Server name and you can log in and you can maintain the SQL Server just like on-premise. Huh? So here in platform as a service, no Windows. You cannot log into the RDP. So then how you gonna manage without without Windows? How you gonna keep the databases and all thing? Yes, you can keep it. You can keep it. That is a platform as a service. So if you want to run your application team, application need what? Application need. See here, let me show you. See, this is a pass model server. See, there is a database. Huh? I can keep the tables inside this. I can keep the tables, procedures, functions, triggers, views, everything I can keep it here. Huh? Application need what? Application need, yes, tables, procedures and all. Yes, I can keep all. What is required? Some more like username, password. Yes, I can give I can also create username, password for this database. See, my application can able to connect to this database. Say, I can run my application. See, why you need Windows? You don't need Windows team. Okay, without Windows also you can manage your databases. That model we call it as a PaaS model. CT database.windows.net. By seeing this name, you can easily tell that's a PaaS model server. Huh? So here what I am saying team primarily. So we have two models team, two models, infrastructure as a model and platform as a service. Actually three models team, but software as a service, you cannot manage, you cannot run. There is no roles and responsibilities here. In real time, the jobs are in infrastructure as a model or in platform as a service team, or both. Okay. So what is the difference between these two? So here we have the windows, here we don't have the windows. Huh? Yeah. Any questions here, team? Hmm? Yeah. So I have few questions, team. If you don't ask any questions, I will ask the questions, team. Hmm? So let me ask you a question, team. So I told you, like here we have the windows, here we don't have the windows. Huh? If you don't have the windows, suppose you have a SQL server in this model, huh? So you cannot log into the windows, right? Then what is the version of SQL server here, team? In past model, what is the version of SQL Server? See, we have a 2005, 2008, 2012, 14, 16,
Uh,
19,
so it's
2022, like that.
always the latest version.
Yes, it has to be always latest model team, latest version. Because team, this is a past model. Huh? The patches and all, we don't maintain team. Who will maintain the patches? Microsoft. So they always do the patches without taking downtime team. Okay, the people who are using the pass model team, they are in always highest version. Okay, and everyone is having the same version in the world. Huh? See team, I'm having so and so version here, right? See, so what is the version of this one? 12.0. This is Azure SQL DB version. Everyone who is using the Azure SQL DB, all having the same version team. They cannot maintain 2005, they cannot maintain 2008 like that. No, not possible in past model. Okay. So infrastructure as a model, yes, you can keep it. You have a Windows team, whatever the software if you want, whatever the version if you want, you can install it. It's under your control. Infrastructure as a model, under your control team. You can install, uninstall, you can do whatever. Okay. But here infrastructure only they are providing, like CPU, memory, Windows they will give you. Just a kind of rental house this is. See, on-premise is a kind of own house. Infrastructure is a kind of rental house. Platform as a service is a kind of rental house along with what like furnished house. Okay, platform as a service. You don't need to bring anything, everything over there, just use it and pay the money. Here they are giving the building to you, just bring your whatever required, just bring, use it. If you don't want to this one, vacate it, and you don't need to pay the money in the next month onwards. Huh? Such kind of infrastructure as a model. Huh? We are paying rental to the Microsoft teams. Very simple. At the end of the month, so we will get a billing like credit card billing, kind of. We have to pay the money. In infrastructure as a model, it's not kind of paying money. We have to pay first. Okay, we have to
Correct.
buy everything first. Okay, and we need to use. Here it's not like that. Hmm? That's the main differences team among these three. These basics are very, very, very important team. If you know the basics, remaining things you can easily understand. You can easily guess also. If you don't have real-time experience also, you can easily guess and you can easily answer in the interviews. Okay, yeah. So yes, in platform as a service, SQL Server is maintaining the highest version. Great. Next question. Can I stop the services team here in past model? Can I start and stop the services in platform as a
No,
service?
no,
Yeah.
we can't.
No, we can't because we don't have Windows, right? We cannot log into the Windows. How are you gonna start and stop the services? I cannot. See, these are all team. These are all not limitations team. These are all advantages. Okay.
Okay.
SQL Server highest maintenance, see, you don't need to do the patches team. See, the work will be reduced. See, without downtime, they are doing team. See how great it is. Huh? In infrastructure as a model or on-premise, for doing the patches, you have to take the downtime. Maybe 1 hour, half an hour, you have to take the downtime. If you take the downtime, huh, you lose the business, right? Like, see, suppose Flipkart, Amazon, huh, suppose set down like half an hour or just 5 minutes if they are not working, what will happen? They lose the crores of money, right? See, so here in platform as a service, services never ever going to down. See, so even you don't need to set it up always on kind of setup also you don't need in pass model. Huh? Almost I am working more than 5 years in this Azure team. I never saw team any downtime and all in pass model especially. See, there are many advantages team in cloud especially. We'll discuss all team one by one practical. Hmm? Yeah. So team, what you told to me. So here SQL Server always maintain the highest version. Even Windows patches also they will take care everything in the backend and services you cannot start and stop the services. So these are all team. The difference between these two means you need to tell this. Just we have the Windows here, we don't have the Windows here. If you don't have Windows, patches you cannot do. That means maintained by Microsoft. If they are doing the patches automatically without downtime, that means your SQL Server always maintain the highest version. Okay, remember. Huh? Yeah. So team, suppose if you are a DBA guy, you are maintaining the databases. So coming to the database system, see, these are all Azure models team. Azure models means, see, your application also you can keep infrastructure as a model and the platform as a service also. So I'm talking in general. Okay. Coming to the specific to database system, databases also you can keep infrastructure as a model and platform as a service also you can keep it. But coming to the database system, platform as a service, right? Again, we have three models. Platform as a service, again, how many models team? Three models. See here, single DB model, elastic pool model, and managed instance. See here. So you have a server team, suppose this is a server, right? SQL server, and you have a databases here. So these databases, if you want to keep it in Azure, if you want to keep it in Azure, how many total models we have team? How many total models? Tell me. So total 4 models team. One is infrastructure as a model. Huh? Again, platform as a service, 3 models. Total 4 models you can keep it. So this is a kind of ice cream. Ice cream, how many flavors we have? 4 flavors. You can choose either of one. Which one we need to choose and all? We will decide. Okay. We have a like which one we need to choose and all. We will discuss. Don't worry. Yeah. So as of now, in front of us, 4 models team. But team, yeah, before that, let me ask you a few questions. See, team, these 3 models, right? These 3 models, do we have the windows or not?
Don't.
No, right? Because these 3 models are pass model. Obviously, no windows. Okay. You cannot start or stop the services in these 3 models. And also, SQL Server always maintaining the highest version. Obviously, because these 3 are pass models, right? So team, 4 models team. If you want to keep your database, 4 models team. But I can say only 3 models team because single and elastic DB model both are same team. Just a small difference between these two, both are same. Okay, single and elastic DB both are same. So if you want to keep your on-premise database in cloud in Azure, so total how many models team? 3 models we have. So you can also say 4 models in interviews. That is also right answer. You can also say 3 models. That is also right answer. If you say 3, so you can tell as Azure SQLDB model, managed instance, IAS model. If you say 4, single DB model, elastic DB model, managed instance, IAS model. Maybe you have a doubt between what is the difference between these two.
Yeah.
So team, a small difference between these two team. So I am not going to in depth what is the difference between these two, but let me tell you simple way. See team, single DB means, see, I have a database. Each database can maintain its own hardware team. This database having its own CPUs, memory, and I/O. This database cannot utilize the other database CPU and memory or IO. Okay, individual, uh, all are individual databases having its own hardware team. So that model we call it as a single DB model. Single DB model means we can only keep one database, no team. That's not the definition. Single DB model means each DB having its own hardware. Okay, I think per server you can keep up to 5,000 databases. Hmm? Yeah. Elastic pool model team. See the difference between, you can tell. See, if you club together the hardware, that model we call it as a elastic DB model. See, our on-premise is a kind of elastic pool model. So we don't assign this CPU for this database, this CPU, this database, like that. You don't assign, right? Common hardware we have. See, I have almost 8 CPUs. 8 CPUs are saved by between the databases. Okay, between the databases team. But here the single DB model, each database having its own hardware team. That model we call it as a single DB model. That's the difference between these two. When you need to keep it in single DB model, when you need to keep it in elastic pool model, we will discuss. Practically, we will discuss. Okay, yeah. So team, just keeping in a common hardware, maybe you may improve the performance of the database team, or you may save some cost. Huh? So just clubbing together, the database properties doesn't change it. Okay, that's why I am considering both are same models. Huh? Yeah. So how many models we have? 3 models we have. So depend on the model. Okay, depend on the model. I told you, right? IAS model is a kind of rental house. On-premise is a kind of own house. So this is a furnished house, a kind of. Yeah. So, see team, here is a big confusion for everyone. See, I have my on-premise database. Which model I have to choose for my on-premise database? Yes. So team, here, so see migration. First, what we will do to migration. After migration, monitoring, maintenance, and optimization. Optimization means cost optimization. See team, depend on the target team. Depend on the target. Migration is different. Optimization is different. Monitoring is different. Maintenance is different. So what we need to learn is you need to learn for Azure SQL DB how we migrate from on-premise to Azure SQL DB, how we migrate. On-premise to managed instance, how we migrate. The same approach, you cannot use it for managed instance. Both are different approach. You need to follow the migration. So how to migrate? What are the high availability disaster recovery options here? Here, what are the high availability disaster recovery options here? Here, what are the disaster recovery high availability options we have? So here, how to check the performance? Here, how to check the performance? Like that, these 3 models you need to know, sir. Okay. Here, how to automate the jobs? Here, how to automate the jobs? So Azure means not only one model team. We have 3 models. For these 3 models, you need to know. So depend on the target. The work is little different. Okay. Yeah. So see team. So here we all having the big doubt, big confusion, like which model I have to choose for my on-premise database. So team, which model I have to choose for my on-premise database team? So team, forget about your database size. Forget about your application and all. Which model you choose team among these? Any guesses? See, what is your motto to go to the cloud team? What you are going to achieve by going to the cloud? To save the cost, right? So
Yes, yes.
obviously, in these 3 models, where I can save more cost,
Azure.
that model I can go. Forget it about whether that model it will work it or not. Okay, I will check it later. First, in my mind, what is my preference? My preference is, sir, my preference is first Azure SQL DB, sir. Why my preference is Azure SQL DB? So Azure SQL DB is cheaper comparatively managed instance and IaaS model and on-premise. This is my first preference. So if this model doesn't work, I will test it. This model doesn't work. What is the next preference? Managed instance. If this model also doesn't work, What is the last option? IAS model. So like that, I have a priority. Okay, I have a priority team. Hmm? So see how much money I can save in Azure SQL DB. Let's discuss it. Hmm? Suppose team, okay, suppose in your on-premise, in your on-premise, suppose if you have a like 2 GB database team in on-premise, okay, so suppose this, assume this is a on-premise enterprise edition, suppose, okay, for production enterprise edition, you have a 2 GB database. So how much money you need to pay per month team? This on-premise SQL server. Can I tell you how much you need to pay? Huh? So how much you need to pay, sir? You need to pay for Windows license. You need to pay for SQL Server license. Huh? You need to pay for, see, these the drives you need to pay. CPU, memory. For taking the backups also you need to pay. You have to maintain, right? At least like 1 week, 2 weeks backups, and long-term backups also 1 year and a. See, so minimum, okay, per month, minimum you have to pay, minimum 5 lakhs we have to pay team. See, SQL Server license itself are around 2 lakhs rupees, sir. Huh? So you have to pay minimum 5 lakhs rupees to maintain 2 GB database team. The same 2 GB database, if you are in Azure SQL DB, sir, how much you need to pay per month? Just 360 rupees per month. See team, where is 5 lakhs rupees? Where is 360 rupees? Huh? So huge money saving, right? I can prove it, Tim. I will show you in the portal. I will prove it. See, that much money you can save in Azure SQL DB. Huh? But see, if it is saving more money, you can save. But all people are in Azure SQL DB, right? Why we have managed instance IAS model? Okay. Huh? So, but yes, this is cheaper. See, cheaper means performance-wise, it's not bad, Tim. Even performance-wise, also it's well and good. Huh? But in Azure SQL DB, we have few limitations. What are the limitations in Azure SQL DB? Huh? Let's discuss. See, team, Azure SQL DB, the biggest limitations are. So limitations means you should not check from your SQL DBA side, sir. Just Azure SQL DB, we don't have SQL agent. That's why I'm going to manage instance. That's a wrong answer. Don't say in the interviews like that. Okay. See, if you don't have SQL agent, what is the problem? Without SQL agent, can't you create the jobs? I can use a Windows server. See, from my machine also, I can create the jobs through Windows scheduler, and I can automate it. I have alternatives team. So what you need to tell in interviews is, from the application side, what is the limitation? That you need to tell the first team. Why databases and all team for application, right? Obviously. Okay. So you need to see from the application side, application angle, you need to see team. So from the application perspective, team, what is the limitation here? The biggest limitation is team cross queries. Okay. So this model Azure SQL DB team, cross queries won't work team. Okay. In Azure SQL DB, cross queries won't work team. What is the meaning of cross query? Simple team. See, here are two example team cross queries. See team, I am in 2012 SQL Server. See here. Okay, this is 2012 SQL Server team. If I run this query from any database, see, I can keep some test database, right? I am in test database. If I run this query, see, I am getting the data. But this data is in where? This data is in AdventureWorks. See, AdventureWorks database data, I can get it from even from the test database also. See, there is a link between these two, right? One database data you can retrieve from the other database, where in on-premise. So, see, same kind of query, same database if you have, you cannot retrieve the data like this thing. It will throw an error. It will say no cross queries. So if you want to retrieve the data team, you should be on the database team, like this. Then only you can retrieve. So how this will create a problem in application team? See, there are application side or your stored procedures. See, there are some stored procedures or views or triggers or functions. There might be code like this. See here, there are two databases I joined. See here. So this kind of queries, if we have in your stored procedures or functions or triggers or views, this kind of cross queries won't work. If you are in Azure SQLDB, so it will throw an error. So the data and all must and should be in the same database only. Okay. So that is a great limitation team in Azure SQLDB. So team, in Azure SQLDB, there are other limitations also. What are other limitations team? See, this is Azure SQLDB model team. See, I don't have SQL agent. I don't have DB mail. I don't have linked server. These are all limitations team. Agree. But with the, see, these limitations doesn't affect to keep my application team. Without this also I can run my application. But majorly application need, maybe most of the application need these cross queries team, such kind of cross queries. So such cross queries won't work here team. That's the limitation. See sir, from your application side or from your database side, stored process, if you are having this kind of cross queries, then you cannot go to the Azure SQLDB model. Okay, Azure SQLDB model.
One doubt I have, do we have integration instance also here? We can run the integration services.
Yes. See, you have a databases you can move. Why can't you move SSIS, SSRS, SSAS? Yes, for those also we have in PaaS model. Azure Data Factory, Synapse databases. These are all PaaS model. Okay. Without installation, this RS, AS, IS, we have parallel. Okay. Yeah. So those are all separate party. Hmm? Yeah, we are talking about OLTP database, SQL DBA side. Yes, BI part also we have in cloud. Hmm? Yeah. So team, hmm? Here I have a question team. Hmm? See team, I want to go to the Azure SQL DB model team because I can save more money. But after checking my databases, I have some cross queries. See team, you don't need to manually check it. Huh? So we have a like a migration assistant tool team. Okay, so assistant tool. Okay, Microsoft Data Migration Assistant tool. Using this tool, you can check it. You can do the assessment on. So you can give your on-premise SQL server that will scan all the databases and it will give you a report which model supports for your on-premise database. Okay, this is a free tool, migration assistant tool. Even the same tool you need to use your on-premise SQL server upgrade. Okay, so you don't need to do anything manually team. We have a tools available, Microsoft tools. We'll discuss in detail. Yeah, so team, here a scenario based question team, interview questions. Let me ask you. See team, see, I can save more cost in Azure SQL DB, right? But I have some cross queries team. See, I have on-premise SQL server. This is, I have two databases. This is DB1. So this is DB2. Yes, there are some cross queries between these two. See, if I don't have a cross queries, I can migrate as it is my databases in Azure SQL DB, sir. I can run my application. It will work. 100% it will work. So if you have a cross queries, then if I migrate, it won't work, team. See, there is no link between these two databases. It won't work. See, team, here is a question. See, because of a cross query, so I cannot go to the Azure SQL DB model. What is the next preference team? Managed instance. You can go to the managed instance team. Managed instance is having the like cross queries, it will work. Your cross queries, it will work. You have linked server, you have DB mail, you have SQL agent, everything you have team in managed instance, except what? Except what team? Can you guess?
Windows. Windows.
Windows. See, there is no Windows team in managed instance. Without Windows, you have everything. See, even managed instance also people will consider as a on-premise. I mean, this model people will call it as a on-premise team except Windows. We don't have Windows. Yeah, this is a kind of on-premise, but SQL Server always maintain the highest version because this is a PaaS model, right? Yeah. So team, here is a question. See team, see because of I have a cross queries, I should go to the managed instance, right? I have to go. But see, my manager is asking me, hey Ras, if I go to the managed instance, I have to pay the 70,000 rupees minimum. Minimum, I have to pay 70,000. Can't you do something? Uh, that something help you to go to still to Azure SQL DB. So team, I'm not giving full hint team. I want to go to
Right.
still Azure SQL DB team. How? I have some cross
Right.
queries between the databases, but still I want to go to Azure SQL DB. I want to make it the application should work team. So how? Tell me.
Okay.
We
Raj,
can
can
use our
we combine both database to one?
Okay.
Yes. See, simple. You don't need to be technical to answer these questions team. Simple. See, I have some cross queries won't work, right? Simple. You can merge these two databases into one database. Yes, you can merge.
Okay.
Huh? Test your application in all 360 degrees. Test your application. If everything is working fine, then plan this database to Azure SQL DB. Very simple. Huh? See, sir, if you cannot merge these two databases into single DB, what you can do, sir? Create two separate schemas. Huh? See here, employee table. Here also employee table. You don't want to merge these two tables into single employee table. Maybe you don't want to write. See, this is a chart database. Suppose this is a like employee database. A chart data is separate and this data is separate. So in such cases, you can also create two separate schema. So everything this database related, you can keep in this schema. This one you can keep in this schema. See, between the schema, cross queries it will work because within the database, right? See, like that also you can do some architectural changes. You can do, you can modify, and you can still make it work your application. Okay, you can still make it your application work team. But what is required? See, these architectural changes. Suppose your application is very big, very complex. Merging these two databases. Yes, I can merge from database side, but application side also need to change, right? Who will do these testings? So obviously it required more time, more development effort. See, if you don't want to take that risk, that's okay. Leave it Azure SQL DB. You can go to the managed instance. There as it is, you can migrate these databases. Even if you have cross queries also, cross queries it will work in managed instance. See, that's why we have a flavor state. Okay.
Raj, question here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like we are merging couple of database to one.
Yeah.
Obviously, the size of the combined database will increase.
Wow.
Is
Yes,
there
correct.
any cap on the size of the database in the Azure SQL?
Good question. Very good question. See, team Azure SQL DB. Can you guess what is the size limitation in Azure SQL DB?
1 petabyte.
See, team, you can keep each database, you can keep 100 terabyte. See, 100 terabyte for OLTP database. Is it a size limitation? No. In the whole team, no database, no OLTP database is 100 terabyte in the world. Okay. So 100 terabyte team. Okay. Oh my God. It's like you can consider as unlimited. So the size limitation here is 100 terabyte team.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good
100
enough.
terabyte.
Yep.
Yeah. That's enough team. Yeah. So managed instance. Managed instance, what is the size limitation team? Huh? Here is size limitations team in managed instance. I don't know why Microsoft is not encouraging managed instance team. Huh? Really, Microsoft is not encouraging to go to the managed instance. Sir. Huh? Do you know, team, the size limitation in managed instance? Last year, it was only 8 terabyte. Team, please mute
Something around 15 terabyte.
yeah. So, team, please mute
I believe
yourself.
16 terabyte.
Yeah. So if you are not talking, please mute yourself, team. Otherwise, noise also will be recorded. And if you have like turn on the video, also you can turn off your video. Yeah. Okay. So team managed instance. Yes, our friends said right. So managed instance, the size limitation is 16 terabyte. Huh? That 16 terabyte is, see sir, in one instance, each database you can keep 100 terabyte here. But here, sir, in managed instance, all database sizes, all database sizes in one instance should not exceed the 16 terabyte. Okay. So managed instance, sir, because of the size limitation also, you cannot go to the managed instance. People need to go to the IS model. Okay. Huh? Yeah. So team,
So Raj,
can you
if
tell me?
our
Go ahead.
databases like 2-3 databases, their size more than 16 terabyte, and we are choosing the the managed instance, so then we have to take 2 instances to if it is more than 16 GB.
Yes, you can take 2 instances, sir. But how
Okay.
your application it will work if you have 2 instances? Huh? You cannot give 2 instances in application connection string, right? Yes or no? Huh?
No, I am talking about like one database per application.
Yes. Yeah, yes, yeah, you have to keep. Each
Oh,
application, you should have separate instance, sir.
okay.
Each application should have separate instance. Huh? Even multiple applications can connect to one single server. But one application cannot connect to 2 SQL servers. Okay. So yeah. So yes, you need to have like
Raj,
simple thing.
uh,
Mm,
after certain
mm.
period, if it is crossed 16 TB, then what is the any additional payment? Hmm.
That's why. Okay. You should have like forecast. Huh? If you have such forecast, even see 14 terabyte also you cannot go because if it reaches to 16 TB, so you don't have an option here, right? Maybe what you need to do some that time. Maybe if you have any tables, you can do delete some data and you can maintain. Hmm? So managed instance as of now 16 TB is maximum say. Even sir last year only 8 terabyte. So increase it to as of now increase it to 16 TB. Maybe at the end of this year or next year they will definitely they will increase the size, sir. As of now only 16 TB. Based on that size, based on that you can decide which model you have to go under. Even then because of the size limitation also, people are going to IAS model. There are two reasons you cannot go to the managed instance, sir. Can you tell me what are the top two reasons you cannot go to managed instance? One is size limitation. See, in the whole team, all database sizes are 16 TB. So how many such kind of applications or databases we have team? How many such projects? Maybe 10%, right? So 10% if they are losing, that's fine team. Obviously, they will go to IAS model, right? Maybe 10% you cannot go to managed instance. That 10% also at least 5% will go to the IAS model. They don't lose the business. Okay, Microsoft. Huh? So 16 TB
Raj,
is it's a
Raj,
very big
Raj.
amount for OLTP. Hmm? Yeah. So team, 1 second,
Yeah,
please. Yeah. 1 second, 1 second. Yeah. Managed instance. You in which scenario you cannot go to managed instance? Sir, one is size limitation. What is other limitation in managed instance? Can you tell me which kind of applications cannot go to managed instance? Come on. See. Huh?
Legacy
Yes.
project,
Yes.
because
Yes.
many instances also run on the latest latest
Hmm,
patches,
hmm, hmm,
latest
hmm.
version of the SQL Server.
Correct, correct. See, Tim, do you know, Tim, still SQL servers are running on SQL Server 2000. Do you know? Yes, Tim. There are some projects still running on SQL Server 2000. Why they are not upgrading, Tim? Hmm? If they upgrade, that application won't work. Okay. So, same thing. If you have some legacy applications, huh? Like suppose your application only worked in 2000, only work in 2012, only work in 2019. Such kind of applications you cannot keep it in managed instance. Okay. Legacy applications, obviously, which model you have to choose? IAS model. In IAS model, your wish thing. You can keep any version. You can install any SQL Server version. Huh? Just they will give the Windows to you till just within 3 minutes they will give the Windows server to you. Install it and you can use it. And you can pay rental to that Windows. Okay, that's IAS model. So team, now you have a clarity, right? Which model you have to choose for your on-premise SQL database. The preference is, sir, first Azure SQL DB, next managed instance and IAS model. Based on what since I am telling cost and maintenance. These two factors. Okay. Yeah. So now if you have any questions, you can ask me.
Yeah, Raj, I have one question, Raj.
Yeah.
You said Azure SQLDBA supports 100 terabyte, right? However, the
Yeah.
backup, Azure supports 100 terabyte backup per daily.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Huh? If the database size is supporting, why can't backup? See, good question. Yeah. So you need to know some more things. Then, yeah, here backups we cannot take sim. Microsoft will take care of the backups. Huh? Full backup, differential backup, log backup, and all they will take care. See how your
Uh,
work is reduced here in pass model. Backups and all they will take care. You don't need to take. You don't need to set it up any jobs and all. First of all, you cannot take full differential log backups here. Team. Managed instance you can take it. Copy only full backup. Huh? So without copy only you cannot take it. In Azure SQLDB you cannot take any backups. Sir. Full differential log backup you cannot take any backup. Everything managed by Microsoft. They are giving 99.99% SLA. Even you cannot manage that one in your on-premise. Yeah.
yeah, thank you,
What, so
Raj,
what
for answering.
if I need the backup in our own environment, in our on
Yes.
premises?
Yes.
Is it there
Yes.
anyway?
Yeah. Good question. Let me ask you. See, once you go to the cloud, sir, why you are maintaining on-premise, sir? Hmm? Let me ask you the question in different way. See, once you shifted to the rental house, why you are maintaining your own house, right? If you don't have own house, that's why you are in rental house. Huh? So no application, huh? One environment in on-premise, one environment in another model, no team. Okay, all are in same model, either in on-premise or Azure. Okay, so the question itself wrong. Okay, but still you can get this database to on-premise. Yes, you can get it. Huh? So how to get it, sir? See, let me ask you a question. 2014 to 2016, can you restore a database? Yes, you can take the backup in 2014. That backup can you restore in 2016 you can take a backup. The same backup can you restore in 2014? No, right? But how to bring 2016 database? You need to bring in 2014. How? You can bring it. How? Import export data you can import export. Huh? So the same way you can do. Backpack also you can do. There are approaches, other approaches we have. So even data sync, there is an option using data sync also you can copy the data to the on-premise. So yeah, various other alternatives yeah, you can do with those. But team, once you go to the cloud, you are there only team. You cannot come back. Okay. Yeah.
No, I asked about the backup. Suppose I just need a backup file, not the
Hmm.
data. I just need a backup file.
Mm, mm, mm. Yeah. So definitely, sir, we will discuss about the backups in detail. But you are asking that question, right? See, I have a database, sir. Huh? So suppose my junior DBA has done some mistake. Okay, he dropped a table mistakenly. Huh? So how to recover? Simple, sir. Click on restore. Huh? They are taking 24 by 7 the backups, sir. Every minute, every second, they have a backups in the backend. What you can do? Just give date and time. This is a UTC time thing. So he has done a mistake at like 420. He has done a mistake. Yes, you can give 420. See, even you can also give the seconds. So he has done mistake at like 21 second. He has done a mistake. So you can restore 2020, 42020. You can restore the database with a different name. You can restore with a different name. After restoring it, sir, you can copy the whatever missing table, you can copy to a original table. See, I can manage without, I don't need to have a backup name. I don't need to run restore database name. I don't need to run, sir. Through UI, I can use, I can restore. Simple. Huh? I don't need to check whether the size, disk size, whether I am having or not. I don't need to check it, sir. Huh? Whether that backup is valid or not, I don't need to check it, sir. Everything is valid in the backend. See, even you don't need to work 24 by 7 also. Why we are working, why DBS are working 24 by 7, sir? Huh? We don't know, right? When server goes down and all. So that's why we have to be available 24/7. But here in the past portal, you don't need to work 24/7. Huh? Even I am the only guy working, sir. All the servers, I am the only guy working, only taking care. I don't have even backup also. See, if you have any other work, I can do in my general shift. Hmm? Yeah, see, that's a great advantage. We greatest advantages we have in Azure side, sir. Hmm? Yeah. So, any questions, team? No. Okay. So, team, tomorrow onwards, if you like, if you want to prepare your own notes, you can also prepare, team. Take a book and pen, note it down the important points. Yeah. So, team. So these three models I am showing, right? These three models where I need to create. Huh? Where I need to create it. So we need to have a portal. See, portal.azure.com. How are you gonna get it? This portal.azure.com team? Just like in browser, just click on portal.azure.com team. It will ask you to create a free subscription. Huh? So you can give your personal details, like your name, phone number, email ID, huh? And it will ask you the credit card details. Huh? They don't take any money, sir, from your credit card. 100% I will give guarantee. Even if they take any money also, I can refund you. Huh? They don't take any money, sir. So if you have a credit card, from in India, you have to give the credit card, sir. From US, you can also give debit card as well. Huh? So you need to give the credit card details for verification purpose. Huh? So they will charge only 2 rupees. The 2 rupees again they will credit back, for verification. Okay. You can use 1 month, sir. 1 month free. So you can create a free subscription by giving those details, and you can continue to use that free subscription up to 1 month. See, sir, they will give $200. This $200 you can use within a month. After 1 month, you cannot, like any money left here, you cannot use it. Okay. Yeah. Any questions here? So how to create free subscription and all, I will share the links to you. Yeah.
So Raj, we can create in the free subscription, we can create a couple of databases, only one.
No, you can create multiple databases.
Oh, up to $200. Okay.
Yeah,
Cost,
yeah.
right?
See,
Okay.
200. See, sir, this database cost is how much, sir? Let me show you. See, this is a database, right? Pro databases they charge us, sir. Say I kept in basic, sir. What is basic and all? We'll discuss. Don't worry. Yeah, see, sir, how much? $5.
Okay.
$5 per month, sir. Huh? $5 per month. Suppose if you use 1 hour, sir, 1 hour pro databases they charge us. In Azure, sir, if you want to practice, just create it and delete it, sir. Even this $200, sir, even you cannot use $20 also. Even you cannot use $20 also. The
Right.
thing is, create it and delete it. Again, if you want, you can create it. Within 5 minutes, you can make it ready. Yeah. So every time you can drop and recreate. That is also practice for you. Okay. Yeah. So team, see, from the beginning, I am telling you we have three models, right? Let me show you those three models in the portal. Okay. So team, I will give in detail notes, team. Don't worry. Okay. I will give in detail notes. So what we discussed till now, yeah, these are all the differences, team. Yeah, we will go in depth as well. Don't worry. Yeah. So I will give the notes, team. Okay. Azure SQLDB notes I will give you. Yeah. Okay, so let me show you in the portal team. I want to show you in one window team all the three models. For that team, SQL virtual machines. See team? So three models. So Azure SQL DB. This is a SQL database means Azure SQL database team. So here two models, single DB model and elastic pool model. Database server, it's not a model team. So without database, you can also create an empty server. That is the option. Sorry. So team, your voice is coming very low. Can you speak little loud? Okay. So team, yeah. So we have Azure SQL DB, managed instance, and IAS model team. These three models. Okay.
We can have a brand new virtual machine and then best.
Brand new virtual machine. Okay. So team, you can also ping me in WhatsApp team if you have any doubts and all. Yeah. So team, let me create Azure SQL DB team. So before that team, let me tell you about my course team. I forgot to tell about like even I haven't given my introduction right. Sorry. So about myself team, I am Rasik Reddy Bolla. Hmm. So I'm having 12 plus of years of experience into the SQL DBA, SQL DBA development, performance tuning, and cloud team. So I started my career with TCS. hmm. So and right now I'm working for SCL. Hmm. So I'm also working a team. I'm not only like not only running only trainings. I am a fully working guy. Okay. So yeah, this is about myself team. And I also wrote a one interview book on Azure SQL DB. Okay, interview questions and answers, real-time interview questions and answers are in this scenario-based questions are in this book. This book also will be provided to you. Uh, so along with and videos also team daily, these videos are recording these recorded videos. So yeah, I will keep in folder team every day. Huh? I will give the folder access. See team. So 68th batch. Huh? So I will share these links team. So even if you miss the class also, you can go through that recording and be ready for the next day class. Huh? And course content team. Uh, where is my course content? So this is my course content team. See, I'm giving the course content in topic wise team. So this is the last batch already completed. That's why all are in yellow background. So team, once the topic is over, like once topic is over team, I used to mark it as yellow team. So that is the meaning, like you and me have a clarity on that topic. So people team, like people will show the course content like this, but they will miss a lot of topics team. I don't want to do like that. So that's why I'm giving the topic wise course content. So we are discussing as part of this course, we are discussing almost how many topics team? So almost 57 topics are 57 topics are related to IAS model and PAS model. Okay, including migration, monitoring, maintenance, optimization, performance tuning, and PowerShell scripting. Yeah, and course fee team. Uh, course fee is 12,000. I am charging team. Okay, and this is a duration 3 weeks team. Maybe if I takes like 1 or 2 days extra, I can also take it. So yeah, the course duration is 3 weeks. So this batch, this is a special batch team. Evening time I want to start like 9 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. every day, IST. Okay, same timing team every day. Huh? And yeah, if you want to continue this batch team, okay, so you can do Google Pay or Phone Pay on this number, or you can do account pay also. So people who want to join this batch from tomorrow onwards, you can take a photo, you can pay the amount, and you can get registered. Hmm? Yeah. So this is also my number. This is my number team. Like if you have, I am in this WhatsApp number team. So if you have any doubts and all also, you can ping me in WhatsApp. Okay. So people who want to join from tomorrow onwards, you can take a photo now team. So I cannot reach all these 30 people. It's really tough to me. So people who are really interested, who are really serious on this learning about this Azure SQL, yeah, can join tomorrow onwards. Yeah. Any questions team? And also team, I will add you in WhatsApp group, separate WhatsApp group team. So there also you can have any questions and uh, like in future, if you need any help and support also, you can ping on that WhatsApp number. Sorry, on that WhatsApp group. So yeah, people will help you. Okay, we can help each other on that WhatsApp group. Sorry, your voice is breaking. Sorry.
Hi Raja, what is the future of DBA once we move to the cloud?
Good question. What is the future of DBA, right? Yeah, companies need DBA team. Without DBA, see, some disaster happens, sir. Performance is slow. Blockings are there. People can't connect to the SQL server. They need a user, right? They need high availability disaster recovery. Say such kind of things. Who will implement it? Only DBA expert, right? Only DBA expert. So obviously need a DBA team. See here, if you see, uh, only the thing is, focus will be reduced, sir. See, backup management. Huh? See, here in pass model, you are not taking the backup, but you have to configure the backup, sir. How many days backup you need? Like 1 year, 2 years, long term. Full backup, differential backup, log backup. How many days? Like 7 days, 15 days, 35 days. See, such kind of things, who will take care? Huh? Application team, they don't know, right? What is full backup and all. We only knows. Huh? So focus will be reduced. Same work, sir, but focus will be reduced. Hmm? But we need to increase our focus on, say, moving, migration, cost optimization, performance tuning, yeah, business requirement. And these two are new roles: cloud architecture, cloud security, cost optimization, sir. See, sir, in on-premise you cannot save any cost, sir, but here you can save a lot of money by following few techniques. You can save a lot of money, sir. Huh? Yeah. So all we will discuss in real, sir. Don't worry. Sorry. Sorry, mama, your voice is breaking. You can ping me in WhatsApp. Sorry. Yeah. Any questions, team? Any questions from anybody? So try to ping here.
Hello.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. How can I access the
DP3.
recording?
Hello, Rashika.
Manisha. Yeah. If give me your email ID, I can give you access. Okay.
Hello,
So
Rashika.
yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry.
I can hear you.
DP 300 certification including that cost in that
Yeah.
12,000.
DP 300. See, we are discussing more than DP 300. Hmm?
Okay.
We are discussing more than DP 300. You can easily pass DP 300.
No, no, the
Hmm?
cost of the examination is
Cost
including
of the
in this
exam
12th.
is DP 300, like it's a Microsoft exam, right? We need to pay to the
Right.
Microsoft. We have to
How
get
much
registered
cost it?
and
And how much
less than
cost?
5,000. Less than
Less than
5,000.
5,000.
5,000, less
Okay.
than 5,000.
Thanks. Okay, okay, okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
So this is not
I can
including
also,
in your fees, right?
no,
We have to separate it. Okay, 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 okay. Fine.
correct.
Thank you.
But I can help you to pass the exam date. I can provide you the dumps. Huh? I can give this interview book. This book is really helpful to you, team, to crack the interviews. Huh? Yeah. Hmm? Even interviews are, I mean, I got some people used to tell me, even interviewers also following this book team to ask the questions. Yeah. Okay. So even team in YouTube, okay, if you search Azure SQL DB, you will get my videos only on top team. Okay, that much famous. Yeah, our trainings are on cloud. Okay. Any questions, team, till now? No, right? Yeah. If you don't have any questions, let me create a SQL database team in cloud. Hmm? Yeah. So team. So see, I'm in portal.azure.home team. So if you want to create a SQL database, Azure SQL DB, see here, this is Azure SQL DB team, not IAS model, not managed instance. If you want to manage an instance, sir, you need to search manage an instance like this. Okay, manage an instance. See, this is SQL managed instance. See, if you want to create IAS model same, first you need to create IAS. See, virtual machine. Okay. So yeah. So for now, let me create Azure SQLDB. Yeah, see, sir. I can, and SQL database. See, you can also create empty server first, sir. First create empty server, later you can create a database as well. But you can also create a database. See, while creating the database, sir, obviously it will ask you the create new server. See, if I click on databases, sir, whatever the databases are in my portal, it will show all here. And if you want to create a new database also here you need to create. See, create. See, definitely we have a question team. Here as without server, how are you gonna create a database? You cannot create team. Without server, you cannot create database. But here see, I'm creating a database, right? See, obviously I have to create what? I have to create server. See, create new server. I have to create team. Yeah. So team, here subscription name. So my subscription name is Azure subscription team. Let it be. And here is a resource group. Hmm? So resource group name you have to give here team. Resource group is a collection of resources. So team, for now, okay, resource group means like you may not understand now team. A resource group for now team, resource group is a kind of environment. If you are creating a dev environment or if you are creating a prod environment, just give prod or dev. Suppose I am creating a dev server, what I can give dev. See, it's a logical thing. I am creating what? Dev environment, right? So dev environment means team. Okay, see, this is a assume this is a dev environment, sir. In this dev environment, say I will keep SQL Server. I will keep my application. I will keep some storage. See, all are related to dev. If all dev related, I will keep it here. Team. So this I am calling it as a resource group. Okay, so you can consider this resource group as an environment. In real time, dev is separate resource group, UAT is separate resource group, QA separate group, prod also separate resource group. Just segregating them. I have a like tomorrow. It's easy for me. If I don't want to dev resource group, sir, sorry, if I don't want to dev environment, I can delete this resource group. Everything inside will be deleted. You don't need to search where my application, where my database. If you have a resource group like this, you can easily manage. See, in your laptop also, for videos, for movies, you are keeping separate folder. For audio songs, you are keeping separate folder. For images, we are keeping some personal folder, something like that, right? Like you are keeping, no? So that tomorrow you can easily refer where your files and all. Same here also take. So I'm creating a dev server, dev environment. So I will keep dev. Okay. In next time also, if I want to create anything related to dev, I will keep in the dev. Okay. So that's the meaning of resource group. It will take some time to understand, sir. Let it be. Yeah. So dev environment here database name. Database name you can give anything, sir. I'm giving DBA database name. Okay. This database either you can keep existing server or you can create a new server also. See, sir, I am creating a new server. Creating. I am creating a new server. What server I am creating? Dev, right? See, dev server. So here is I have a question, sir. Why the specified name already exists? Why it is giving this error, sir? Any idea?
User,
Huh?
user,
See, this server is existing, right? Where?
Somebody already, I think, created that server
Yeah.
name.
See, team, somebody in the world already using this name. Okay, somebody in the world already using this name, sir. That's why you cannot able to create with the same name. See, this server not in my portal, sir. Okay, this server is somewhere in the world. Somebody is using. You cannot create with the same name. So you have to give always unique name, sir. Okay, this is the name. Nobody is using this name in the world. See, sir, your email ID. Your email ID is unique, right? Nobody is using same email ID in the world. Here also. Because this is cloud, sir. Okay, this is cloud. Yeah. See, sir, what is your SQL Server name, see, devserver.1729.database.windows.net. See, sir, 1729 is a Ramanujan number, my favorite number, sir. It's not like, it's not my debit card pin or credit card pin. Just, it's a Ramanujan number. It's like famous, right? So, yeah. If I want to make unique, I follow 1729, sir. Yeah. So, see, this is the full length name, sir. Full length name, database.windows.net. Okay. Yeah. So location, see sir, in which location you have to keep your SQL Server or database. These are all the Microsoft locations, data centers. Okay, these are all the Microsoft data centers. How the Microsoft data centers are? Microsoft data centers. Huh? See how the Microsoft data centers are. Okay, so fully isolated. You have see how the road supply 24/7 AC supply. Yeah. See sir, in the world. So these are all the Microsoft data centers, sir. You can keep any location, your databases and all. So in real time team, which location I have to choose team? Or which location you guys will choose for your database, sir? Or application? Tell me, can you tell me? Hmm? If you want to buy a house, sir, where you will buy? Wherever you are staying, there only you will buy, right? Say I am in Hyderabad. I will buy in Hyderabad. Okay, I cannot buy in other place, right? See, your application is uh, like in India. In India, I will choose the data center. Like why I need to choose the nearest location, sir? Because no network latency. Okay, you can choose any region, sir, it will work. But if you choose the nearest location, sir, there is no like latency. Yeah. So, sir, yeah, suppose the project is, suppose if you want, your project is in worldwide, sir, like you are from China. Like if you keep the data center in China, maybe opposed by some other countries and all, right? Even TikTok has banned in India. Why? Because they are maintaining the data center in China. In such cases, team, you can also go for any other region. You can go for safest locations also, like Malaysia, Singapore. These are all the safest locations, right? Even natural disasters also very less. Huh? So earthquakes and all. See, Indonesia people, they don't keep in Indonesia because more earthquakes over there. So they choose the safest places. Hmm? So for now, team, I am not choosing India and all. So I am choosing East US. Let it be. Okay. Yeah. So even see SQL Server, you have authentication, right? Here also we have two authentications team. What is Active Directory authentication and SQL authentication? See here we don't have Windows authentication, sir. Why? We don't have Windows. So Active Directory authentication and Windows authentication team. For now, team, I am giving only SQL authentication. Let it be. Yeah. So SQL authentication. See, while installing SQL Server, you have to give SCA, right? But here SCA is very short name, you cannot give. So normally people will give SCA admin. You can give any name, it will take it. But generally people will give SCA admin. Let's give SCA admin. And password I am giving like Azure @123. So here Azure @123. Okay. Yes. Now SQL Server is ready. Sir, yeah, this is the only thing. I am creating a server. This is the location, and I give the username password. To connect to this SQL Server, I will use this username and password. Okay. Simple. Yeah. See, sir, this is the server. Okay. This is the subscription and resource group name. See, sir, it is saying DBA already exists, sir. So this is the, sir, this is my browser issue. Earlier is a test server, right? So in this test server, I have a DBA database. That is the error it is showing, sir. Now I changed the database name team. If I go to the next, sir, this error will be gone. This is my browser issue, sir. Okay. Actually, there is no error here. Yeah. So, sir, next, elastic pool model. I told you, right? Azure SQL DB means two models, single DB model and Azure SQL DB. Okay. So if I click on yes means elastic pool model team, like elastic pool model means what? See, common hardware. Single DB means each. Okay. So team, for now I am giving single DB model, let it be no. And here compute plus storage, sir, here the price will be decided. Okay, here price. See, you are creating a database. What is the size? How many CPUs if you are giving? That and all will be decided here. Huh? See team, here we have models team, DTU model and vCore model. DTU model again 3 types, vCore model again 3 types. What is DTU sir? What is vCore sir? Yes, you have doubts, we will discuss sir. Huh? For now sir, just I am keeping it in basic. Huh? Basic means up to 2 GB you can keep sir database size. This is the minimum starting price. Okay, for now I am giving basic sir. 5 DTUs they are giving. 5 DTUs is nothing but data transaction unit. CPU, memory, IO blended together. I am calling it as a DTU. We have a separate class on this sir. We will discuss in detail. So for now I gave the 5 DTUs and the cost is around $5 per month. See, just $5 sir per month you need to pay for the server and database. Hmm? See, sir, so I told you, right, they will take the backup automatically in the backend. See, within $5, see, they are also taking the backup, sir. They are not charging any separate price. Huh? See, sir, for backups, we have 3 options, sir. Geo redundant means, yes, they are taking the backup in East US. Along with East US, they will also keep the backups in some other region. See, that is called geo redundant. Local redundant means same region only they will keep it. Zone redundant means same region but different room also they will keep it in 2 places. Okay, so that's the backup option sir. By default this is the option. I mean your backups are in 2 locations, like happy, right? Like even that data center gone also you have a backup at least in some other region. Okay, by default this is option, let it be. See sir, server is ready, database is ready, and I will review and create. See, I am creating a server and database. How much time it will take? So here I am creating resource group server and database, right? Maybe it will take less than 5 minutes, sir. See, the same server, if you want to create in on-premise in real time, people will take minimum 2 weeks. But here I am taking only 5 minutes. Even I am not taking any Windows guy help, network guy help. See, this is how the people are money they are saving in cloud team. See, tomorrow I don't want to this server. That's okay. You can delete that server. Huh? You don't need to pay the money. Okay? Such benefits we have team. Yeah. See team, tomorrow there is more business. More business. See, that's a database, right? You can increase the CPUs without downtime. So that it will handle the business. Once that business is over, you can scale down the database. See, without downtime, you are doing that. See, if it is on-premise, sir, if you want to scale up means if you want to give more hardware, obviously you need to take the downtime. See, who will give the downtime? Okay, they won't give the downtime, right? They will scare if you ask the downtime. Okay, yeah, that's very important thing. Yeah, so yes, the server will be created team. It will take some time. See, whatever you are creating team, it will show here. Deployment in progress. Notification it will show. Yeah. Any questions are till now? See, sir, once the SQL server is ready, okay, see, you can connect to the SQL server from your management studio. You can management studio in you can install in your laptop team and you can connect to the SQL server. See, this is a DBA database I already created, right? So one more database if you want to create, you can also create one more database. See here, DBA2. See, simple. You don't need to give MDF, LDF locations. No, okay, I am creating one more database, sir. Let it be. So here, let me create one table, sir. I told you, right? Cross queries won't work. Let's see whether cross queries will work or not. So team, for creating table, create table name, right? Let me use this code. I am creating a table in DBA database. Let's insert some data. Select star from employee. Okay. Let's refresh the databases here. So I'm creating one more database, say DBA database, still executing, but let me try to connect. Yeah, so it's done. Okay, select star from employee, right? So how to get the data from DBA1 database, sir? So you need to give reference, right? DBA1.dbu. Okay, if you run the query, see, it is throwing an error. Reference to database is not supported in this version of SQL Server. So no, DBA database, sir. Okay, this is a DBA database. See, is not supported in this version of SQL Server. Now, what is the version of SQL Server, sir? Select version. This is Microsoft Azure version. Okay. As of now, this is the 12.0 is the version, sir. Azure version, not on-premise version. On-premise versions are different. Azure versions are different, sir. Okay. Both are different, right? Yeah. So, see, sir, you can keep your tables, procedures, functions, triggers. Huh? So let me show you, sir. System database. See, you can only see the master database, sir. Where is model database? No model, no MSDB, no TempoDB. But in the backend, you have, sir. If you want, let me prove it. Huh? In the backend, you have those databases. What is this command, sir? SQL puff. Huh? We will check the log sizes, right? DBCC SQL puff log space. You have, sir, those databases in the backend. Say TempoDB. See, without TempoDB, like we cannot create temporary tables, right? You can create temporary tables, sir, here. Huh? Whatever you use, hash. Huh? So that table will be created in where? Temporary table. See, if I am giving hash, sir, where this table is creating, sir? In TempoDB. Okay. So temporary tables you can create in Azure SQLDB, sir. Yeah.
Do we
So
have
you
a resource database also?
resource no. No resource database here. In the backend have, but you cannot see. Even resource database can we see here? No, right? In on-premise, you cannot see.
What about
Yeah. What about distributed database? You cannot create replication first of all. Okay. See, for creating replication, you need SQL agent, right? It will create some jobs. So we don't have a replication team. We have a data sync here. We have a data sync. Yeah. Using data sync, you can copy object level. Yeah. So we have alternatives team. We have alternatives. So those are alternatives and all we'll discuss in real time. That's it, sir, for the day. It's already 10:30 p.m. Yeah. Go ahead. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Yeah.
Is it the same on AWS as well, no? SQL Server?
Good question, team. See, all clouds are same team. So in Hyderabad, almost all biryanis are same in every restaurant. Okay, just some differences. If you know one cloud team, other clouds are very easy for you. In AWS, sir, pass model we call it as a RDS. Pass model we call it as a RDS, and IAS model we call it as a EC2. That's the difference, sir. So infrastructure we call it as EC2, platform as a service there we call it as a RDS. Yeah, Google Cloud I don't know, sir. Yeah, almost all clouds are same, sir. Yeah. How can I access the recorded sessions? So yeah, I already answered, right? Yes, Manisha, just give me your email ID. I can give you access, okay, on that folder. Even today's recording, I will share in the link in the group team. So hope you are all in the WhatsApp group. Yeah, I will share. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, team. Thanks for joining. Have a nice day. Tomorrow also we have a class team. So same time. Yeah. So still, if you have any doubts and all, you can ping me in WhatsApp. Thank you, team. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Yeah. Please support me, team. Okay. We have a YouTube channel, and I'm in LinkedIn also. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you can subscribe my YouTube channel, team. You can find some short and sweet videos in my YouTube channel. Hmm? Yeah, that's it, team. Have a nice day. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah. Good night.
Thank
Good night.
you.
Thank you all.